Well, hey there. I'm Kimberly Ferguson, CEO and founder of Emerald Expectations Accounting. I'm so happy that you're here. The Emerald Corner is a place where life and business meet. So I want to share with you the process of running your business while maintaining a life with your loved ones. Today's video is another episode of Tax Tip Tuesday. So for those of you who have been with us for a while, you know exactly what that means. But if you're new here, Tax Tip Tuesday is where I share tips and tricks about taxes, or I answer your questions about taxes. So if you have a specific tax question you'd like me to answer, then please drop that in the comments below. I would be happy to make a video just for you. So today's question is, how do I pay myself as an LLC owner? Okay, so multi-part answer here. Okay, so if you are a single member LLC and you've made no other elections, then according to the IRS, you are a disregarded entity. So that means that you do not put yourself on payroll. So all you need to do is write yourself a check just to your individual name. And then in the memo, just write draw, just so you remember, and then deposit that into your individual account. Now, can you do a direct transfer? Yes, it's just not as clean as far as documentation purposes. So if you were to be audited, if you have a check that says draw or pay or something like that on it, it's a little bit more straightforward than them having to figure out where the transfers are going to, right? Because then you need your personal bank account and the business bank accounts in order to show the money being transferred, right? So just write yourself a check, put draw or owner pay in the memo, and deposit that into your personal account. If you are an LLC that has multiple members and you still haven't made any other elections, then your company is a partnership, right? And so in that case, you would do the same thing most of the time. You're just going to write yourself a check that says owner pay or partner pay or draw or something like that, and then deposit into your personal account. Keep in mind, with a partnership, it's a little bit more complicated. You need to make sure that you are keeping up with your partnership guidelines, okay? So you should have created a partnership agreement in the beginning when you created your partnership. So that means some of your pay might be under guaranteed payments, some of it might be under draws. We just want to make sure that, one, you're following that procedure, and two, you're making sure that the payouts are done for every partner, you know, the way that it is defined in the partnership agreement. So a little bit more tricky. If you have a partnership, you may want to consult someone on an individual basis, but generally speaking, you can also just write yourself a check, note it in the memo what it was for, and that's it. Now, if you are an LLC and you have made the election to be taxed as an S corporation, then this story is a little bit different for you. Yes, you can still write yourself a check, put draw, owner pay, whatever in the memo, and then drop it into your personal checking account the same way. But as an S Corp owner, you are also required to have a reasonable salary. We can get into a reasonable salary on another video, but basically you have to run a portion of your income through a payroll system. And that means that you are paying Social Security tax, you are paying Medicare tax, you're paying unemployment tax with your state, if that is applicable as well. So you can also write yourself a check, but you do also need to process an official payroll, give yourself a W-2 at the end of the year, make sure that you're paying yourself a reasonable compensation. So as always, if you have any specific questions about tax that you would like to ask me, I would love to make a video just for you. Please drop those questions below in the comments. Well, thank you so much for spending just a few minutes of your time with me today. I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video.